Hey everybody, GravyTrain here, another episode of GravyTraining. So, what I'm doing here, it was kind of a group effort, found a team that nobody has thought of, and was really able to capitalize, and this team is just wrecking. And it's a lot of fun. And there's a whole lot of value. So I want to document this team, and right now it's Saturday. We're on day 3 of the event. So yeah, I mean the big thing. So how it came about, first of all. Sitting here doing something else, I think, and in chat, guildmate Hammerden, who is very much like me in that he will pick apart, well, like me and Creepy and a bunch of other people that likes to just pick apart the mechanics and always experimenting and theory crafting and all that. Well, he mentions using Reyla with Lily without the ultimate skin. See, the problem with using Lily with Reyla, and when you just assume that the ultimate skin is a must-have, then Lily is almost, well, is guaranteed never, because Reyla's fast. She's never going to be around for the first time Reyla uses her ability. So you think, oh, well, that sucks. So that just means I'm not going to worry about using Lily for that. But you think about it a little more, and it's like, well, wait a minute. You can get vines, and, well, if with this team, you'll see even more. You can get vines at the very least out at fast speed by using Reyla. And then, my mind, as soon as that idea got into it, my brain started running. And the big thing is that you can also use Zen. And even though Reyla is already fast, you can haste her using 5 festive Zen. So you haste Reyla. Reyla does her first ability. Thus, Zen will do his first ability, which means he's going to give somebody on the team invulnerable. Then Lily is going to do her first ability, aka she's going to drop vines instantly. And Craw, in this case, will do his ability, which means he's going to be applying another stack of Foresight. So, yeah, I mean, and then because Reyla is hasted, you go again, you do her third ability, which means Zen is going to again haste somebody else. Now, if he hastes himself, it's like whatever. If he hastes Reyla, well, it really doesn't do anything because Reyla currently has haste. But there's basically a 50% chance he's going to give you an extra attack on Lily or Craw on top of everything else. So, at this point, mind you, right now, most people aren't running a ton of fast heroes. You might see a Shade, you might see a Hagrim, but not enough to really kill enough people for it to really matter on round 1. So Reyla causes the S1 and S3 of all 4 heroes to be done. Somebody gets hasted again. 50% of the time it's somebody useful. You get 2 stacks of Foresight. You get a damage buff. I mean, because that you could actually do it in the opposite order then too, because you could do the S2 or the S3 first, then do the S2 or the S1 because you want to switch Craw around, and I was just thinking about this. You switch Craw around with Lily, so he's right before her, so that his ability goes off first, which applies Foresight, heals, and gives an attack buff. 200% attack buff. So my Lily has 10,000 attack, something like that, 9,000 attack. That's pretty good. And, oof. Yeah, I mean... And actually, I think Craw's got something to buff skill, too, which, if that's the case, is just... Well, it buffs his skill. So, that's the general premise of this team. Also, I've been doing some work on the test server. And I have confirmed and determined exactly how the benefit of the skill versus attack power is for Lily. So, Lily's vines do damage 4 times. First time, they do it when the spell is initially cast. It damages everybody. That is governed by attack. So your attack power, and only your attack power, influences that initial damage. Then the overtime damage, which ticks at the end of the first round, end of the second round, and end of the third round, is governed purely by skill. So skill will affect the amount healed, but it also affects the amount of damage that you do on a sizable interval. So my Lily is all attack and skill. She's actually got like 12 or 13,000 skill. So round 1, 5 festive Zen. We'll haste Reyla. Like I said before, now I'm going to do it the opposite way. Which, the downside with Lily, you know what, I'm not going to do it for this time. Because you don't want to have to attack Lily. So we will purge the buff. And then, now you do the second one, and I'm looking, I can probably take out Agnon. We're pretty close. So now, I've done 2 heroes' turns. The other team hasn't even taken a turn yet. And I've got Vines and the damage shield down turn 1. Just friggin' awesome. So now, 3 stacks, at least, yeah, it's 3 stacks of Foresight at this point. Which means if Freeze is incoming or whatever the hell else is incoming, doesn't matter. And you can see here, Craw was the one that got hasted by Zen. So, basically the entire enemy team is dead. Now, at this point, I can do... I've got enablers on Lily, 2 of them. So she does this big-ass heal and all that stuff. Now I can do yet another heal and put silence immunity and just take down Lily at my leisure. And Lily's gonna... And I'll have her vines up so that immediately when they go down, I cast them again if I need to. I've still got heals here. I'll make somebody invulnerable. Paralyze. And I might as well at this point give ourselves evasion. Going to use basic attacks here because the vines hurt. Same thing, although I don't have... So let's purge the buffs. So that'll purge the vines, and I can drop vines, and Lily will die. Boom. Doesn't get much better than that. Like, the only thing that it's going to be difficult against is the teams that are already difficult because they stop you from being unsilenced round 1. That's it. It's about the only thing, and at that point, just don't take Craw, take Ponty. I mean, ugh. So, really quick, I'll show you the runes just on Lily because the rest of them don't. I mean, Zen's got 5 Festures. My Craw is all defensive. My Reyla is a mix of defense and offense. I'll show you the Reyla real quick. My eye. So, Hero Rune for defense, Guardian Rune for defense, Hero Rune for attack and damage pen, Unbreakable Heart for more defense. Her total stats, 21,000 and 21,500 defense, 10,000 attack. This lets her live a lot longer. Then my Lily runes are much different than what I've done before. And like I said, I did test and confirmed about the skill. So I've got a plant rune, which has big defense, some skill, and then the 20% damage reflect. Got an enabler rune, so attack, damage pen. I've got a focus rune, pure skill. That is skill, health, and damage pen versus light heroes, which doesn't really mean much. Got another focus rune, both elite. Skill, health, skill, damage pen versus caster heroes. So basically that's like 20% damage pen versus Jin. And finally, another enabler rune for attack, defense, and all that. So her total stats are gross. Okay, so I lied. She had 11,000 attack. And the skill, because I had to add the enablers, the skill dropped down to about 12,000 skill. 11,500, 12,000. 18,000 health. Easily 50% crit chance. Some damage penetration, base plus the other stuff. I mean, yeah, it's sick. So I will be releasing this once it's no longer kind of privileged information within the guild. But I wanted to get it recorded. And if you see it start popping around, we'll know where it came from. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope this helps you. It makes it even easier for you to assemble the team. Everybody's got a Lily without the skin. The only hero that you might not have probably is Reyla, maybe. Substitute in Deadeye. Not quite as good, but still good. So, or Deadeye and Valken at the same time. Like, at that point, Valken is going to be leading no matter what. You can put whether he's silenced or not. So, just that kind of idea. So anyhow, thanks everybody. See you soon.